Meet Henry Hank Brunson, a 71-year-old father of 3 from Asheville, North Carolina. Happy, generally healthy, full of life, Hank recently retired from his dental practice to spend time with his grandkids in nearby Charlotte. Sadly, on March 3rd at 4:06 p.m., Hank was pronounced dead on arrival at Asheville's Mission Hospital, leaving his family in utter shock. There was absolutely no warning, no symptoms, nothing. In fact, he died so suddenly, his wife of 48 years didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. Accident? No. Heart attack? No. Homicide? Nope. Hank was the victim of a deadly crisis that is sweeping America, killing seniors at a relentless pace. Folks like Anna Stoddard of Poughkeepsie, New York, dead at 67, and John Murch of Pensacola, Florida, dead at 62, and Phyllis Clark of Phoenix, Arizona, dead at 61. Don't think for a minute that these folks were the unlucky exceptions. According to American Medical Association records, this killer takes an American life every 5 minutes. That means 12 lives every hour, 290 lives every day, 106,000 people suddenly gone, year after year. No symptoms, no warning signs, no chance to say goodbye. And if you were born before October 1955, you're at severe and immediate risk. In fact, I guarantee you this threat is imminently closer than you could ever imagine. And here's the part that will chill you to the bone. This killer is operating with the full knowledge and approval of the United States government. That's right, the very people paid to protect you have given this killer the legal authority to carry out its deadly strikes. To make matters worse, the government has even told you, promised you, that it's safe to let this killer into your home. Consequently, most people have no clue this threat exists. And yet, according to the U.S. government, this killer is the 4th leading cause of death in the United States, more deadly than diabetes, pneumonia, pulmonary disease, accidents, automobile deaths, and homicide. Incredibly, I'm talking about some of the most commonly prescribed FDA-approved drugs, medicine touted as safe and doled out like Halloween candy. If that sounds unbelievable, then brace yourself for what you're about to see next, because I'm about to show you concrete proof of how these drugs are being fast-tracked to market using our country's own senior citizens as guinea pigs. Let that sink in a moment. At first I didn't believe it myself, but the facts don't lie. Remember, over 106,000 people per year dead, gone, no chance of recovery. And here's the scariest part. These are not rare or unusual concoctions. They are common drugs, pills, and treatments used by millions of Americans every single day in the prescribed dosage. You don't even need a doctor's prescription to get some of them, and chances are good that you took one of them this morning. Now you may be wondering, why would the U.S. government allow this to happen? The answer is simple: money. In the last 5 years, the FDA has collected over $2.5 billion in direct payments from major drug companies, including Bristol Myers, Merck, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, GlaxoSmithKline, and Eli Lilly. In exchange for these payments, the FDA has hustled drugs through the approval process, flooding the market with poisons that were known to have dangerous, even deadly side effects. It's despicable, a disgrace. Unfortunately, it's not going to change anytime soon. All you can do is protect yourself, and I'm here to make sure you, your spouse, your children, and your grandchildren don't fall victim to these deadly drugs. How? Let's get started right away. My name, by the way, is Dr. Alan Spreen. I'm an advisor for the Health Sciences Institute, or HSI, Alternative Medicine's premier global information network. We're an alliance 232,000 strong, made up of enlightened doctors, medical researchers, and folks just like you. For more than 18 years, HSI has been on the front lines in the fight for your health and safety. Over the years, we've exposed some truly dangerous risks to your health, but the threat we're going to reveal today is beyond comprehension. I'm talking about deadly poison served up to innocent Americans with the full endorsement and blessing of the United States government. Imagine, 1 minute you're reaching into your medicine cabinet for your doctor-prescribed daily dose. The next minute, the paramedics are rushing you to the hospital, your loved ones left alone in total shock. In the next few minutes, we're going to count down the 7 deadliest drugs in the United States. Brace yourself, because when you hear the 7 names on this list, when you realize just how close you are to an unspeakable tragedy, it's going to send shivers down your spine. Please make sure you review this entire list before you take another pill, because deadly drug number 1, an innocent-looking little pill taken by over 12 million Americans, increases your risk of death by 530%. And listen, there's something else I'm going to share with you today, something that could change your life. You see, when we discovered the truth about these 7 deadly drugs, we realized our mission was twofold. First, we needed to let you know just how dangerous FDA-approved medicine really is. Second, we needed to let you know about the safe, effective alternatives, incredible natural cures that are far better than the poison the government and big pharma are pushing. Consequently, my team at HSI has spent the last 3 years conducting an extensive study of the most extraordinary medical breakthroughs available today. We launched a global search, interviewing scientists from around the world. In addition, we dug into medical research from places like the Mayo Clinic, Harvard Medical School, Johns Hopkins, and NIH, and pored over the data files of multiple Nobel Prize winners. What we found is truly remarkable and could instantly erase your need for FDA-approved big pharma drugs that kill. I'm talking about safe, natural cures, bona fide miracles for cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, heart disease, arthritis, and more. Make no mistake, these cures can relieve or completely end your current health problems, helping improve everything from energy level, eyesight, hearing, body weight, blood sugar, memory, and joint pain, to name a few. They're pure, cutting edge, and backed by irrefutable science. Safe, natural, affordable. Most importantly, they're already saving lives, and you need to know about them today. For example, did you know there's a new cancer cure that can help dissolve tumors in just a few short weeks? Or that there's a diabetes cure that could take you from insulin-dependent to non-diabetic in just a couple months? What about an arthritis cure that can relieve pain in 45 seconds without dangerous side effects? Or an Alzheimer's treatment with the potential to stop memory loss dead in its tracks? And what about a heart disease cure so powerful it could allow patients to cancel bypass surgery? All of these cures exist and are available to you at this moment, and I'm going to give you the details right here, right now. As you can see, the next few minutes are vital to your health, your safety, and even your life. So let's get started with a look at number 7 on our list of the most deadly FDA-approved drugs. At the same time, I'm excited to reveal a breakthrough cure, an absolute miracle that is completely revolutionizing modern medicine. Think I'm exaggerating? Then consider this. A Nobel Prize winner has unleashed a biological bounty hunter that helps vaporize cancer in 6 weeks without side effects. In fact, its natural 3-pronged attack beat the world's top-selling chemo drug in a trial. This is truly an epic milestone in the war against cancer. If you or a loved one is fighting cancer, I promise you, this could be the life-saving miracle you've been looking for. Of course, you won't hear about it from the FDA or the big drug companies because they're too busy pushing one of the most dangerous drugs on the planet, chemotherapy, number 7 on our list of the 7 most dangerous drugs. Chemo drugs are pure poison that ravage your body, kill healthy cells, and create all kinds of devastating side effects, including secondary cancer and death. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about a natural compound I call H86. It's the brainchild of Nobel Prize winner Albert Szent-Györgyi, the same genius who discovered vitamin C. And does H86 ever work? It beat the top-selling chemo drug tamoxifen in a head-to-head test in animal research models. It's no surprise Big Pharma and the FDA want to keep it quiet. The incredible thing is this natural compound works on many forms of cancer, including nearly impossible to cure colon and liver cancer. Better yet, H86 helps kill cancer cells quickly while leaving healthy cells healthy. Best of all, H86 has the toxicity of a slice of white bread, so there are no side effects. Let me explain why H86 is so powerful. You see, your body has a built-in frontline defense system called natural killer cells, NK cells. These NK cells patrol your body, attacking and killing invading bacteria, viruses, and cancer cells. But here's the thing. Cancer cells are masters of disguise. In fact, cancer cells know how to disguise themselves as healthy cells and trick the NK cells. In effect, cancer cells show the NK cells a fake ID. So the NK cells identify the cancer cells as healthy and leave them alone, while the cancer grows and spreads. This is why H86 is such a powerful cure, and totally different from chemotherapy. You see, chemotherapy can't tell the difference between normal cells and cancer cells, so it has to destroy every cell, even healthy cells, thus ravaging the body and creating awful side effects. But H86 has a remarkable three-pronged attack that kills cancer while leaving normal cells alone. First, it unmasks the cancer cells, literally ripping the disguise right off cancer's back. Second, H86 chokes the life out of cancer by cutting off its supply of glucose. Third, when used as a complementary treatment with mainstream methods, H86 has been shown to decrease the spread of cancer and substantially reduce cancer recurrence. That means you or your loved one can beat cancer, literally add years or even decades to your life without suffering the agonizing side effects of chemotherapy. So does it work? Just ask Dan Hamilton of Omaha, Nebraska. After all, he saw his tumors vaporize in just 6 weeks. Dan was living on borrowed time. He had advanced stage 4 melanoma, and his cancer had spread, invading his lung with a huge metastatic tumor. Dan was enduring devastating chemotherapy, but it simply wasn't working for the lung tumor. Fortunately, Dan began working with the medical director of a prominent oncology center in California. The medical director put Dan on a dose of H86, which she had been using on her cancer patients with great success. Just 6 weeks later, Dan's tumor was completely gone. Imagine how it would feel to finally be free of cancer, to have your doctor tell you that not only had your tumor shrunk, but it was completely gone. It happened for Dan Hamilton, and it could happen for you once you have the cancer-fighting power of H86 in your hands. And Dan's not the only success story. No, not by a long shot. I'm telling you, H86 can give you what chemo drugs can't, a way to help cure cancer without horrible side effects that take the joy out of living. With H86, you can live your life, enjoy your life, and beat cancer, side effect free. And listen, Dan is not alone. Over 100 scientific studies confirm the miraculous cancer-killing prowess of H86. Of course, with this kind of success, Big Pharma is taking a serious interest in this miracle. In fact, we recently uncovered an H86 cancer drug patent application. The scientists involved come from the University of California, Davis, a hotbed of Big Pharma research. Looks like this mainstream research team is trying to hijack H86. Now, it will take years to create a pharmaceutical form of H86, and with cancer, every minute counts. If you or a loved one is fighting cancer, H86 is truly a miracle that could add years to your life or even make your cancer disappear completely. That's why I put all the details about H86 in a special report. The report will tell you exactly what H86 is, how to get it, and what the correct dose is. And this is just one of the amazing cures you'll get in HSI's Miracles from the Vault Anthology of Underground Cures. Miracles from the Vault contains 18 years of investigative medical research, over 500 pages of cures that can help you beat cancer, diabetes, arthritis, Alzheimer's, and more. It's truly a resource you and your loved ones can't afford to be without. I'll tell you how I'm able to put a free copy of Miracles from the Vault in your hands in just a moment. But first, let me tell you about another remarkable cure. In fact, could this revolutionary new super compound halt America's diabetes epidemic? After all, this all-natural blend has proven twice as effective as top-selling diabetes drugs. And the only side effect? Double-digit weight loss. After 10 years of extensive testing, a Denver-based research team has developed an all-natural formula that is defeating diabetes in as little as 90 days. Think about what that could mean for you or a loved one suffering from diabetes. It is nothing short of a life-changing cure, and it's available to you right now. The timing couldn't be better. Even if you haven't been diagnosed, frighteningly, 7 million people are diabetic and don't even know it, because the symptoms develop so gradually. And the problem is accelerating. And diabetes is the leading cause of blindness, the leading cause of amputations, the leading cause of kidney failure, and the 7th leading cause of death. To make matters worse, the big drug companies and the FDA push drugs that are potentially more dangerous than diabetes itself. Diabetes prescription drugs, Actos, Avandia, Byetta, Metformin, and others, are number 6 on our list of the 7 most dangerous drugs. Actos is so potentially dangerous, wrongful death lawsuits have been brought against it, and the FDA had to issue a warning that it is associated with an increased risk of heart failure and bladder cancer. Are you kidding me? But does the FDA ban the drug? Not on your life. Why? With over $4 billion in annual sales, Actos is just too lucrative. And sadly, people are so desperate to escape the ravages of diabetes, they're willing to swallow Big Pharma's poison. Fortunately, there is now an alternative to dangerous diabetes drugs. An alternative that is twice as effective at curing diabetes without the risk of dangerous side effects. With this remarkable cure in your hands, you can defeat diabetes, and you can do it without risking your life. And while Big Pharma and the FDA won't tell you about this breakthrough, we at the Health Sciences Institute will. When your body isn't producing enough insulin, or when your cells become resistant to insulin, sugar can't move into your cells to be burned as energy. So your blood becomes saturated with sugar, resulting in diabetes. That's why something called DBX13 is such an important breakthrough. It literally enhances your body's natural ability to process sugar. In fact, it's as if DBX13 is a sugar escort, taking sugar by the hand and marching it out of the blood and into the cells. The unique thing about DBX13 is that it is not reliant on just 1 or 2 ingredients. It is truly a super compound of 11 natural ingredients, each shown to fight diabetes on its own. And here's the secret. When you put these ingredients together in the right proportions, the results are almost magical. Imagine going from diabetic to completely healthy in just 3 months. It can happen for you. Listen to this. In a groundbreaking double-blind study, all participants had uncontrolled blood sugar with counts between 160 and 225. Over 126 is considered diabetic. Within 90 days of starting DBX13, each participant's fasting blood sugar dropped to an average of 107 points, and every single participant saw their blood sugar drop into a normal, healthy range. Even top-selling diabetes prescription drugs like Actos, Byetta, and Metformin only drop blood sugar by 64 points at most. DBX13 was almost twice as effective without side effects. The results were so remarkable, the research team decided to take the study a step further. Each participant was literally saturated with 75 grams of sugar. That's about 6 tablespoons. Of course, when you take in that much sugar, your blood sugar spikes up, and it may take a long time to level out. But not with DBX13. Almost everyone taking DBX13 had close to perfect blood sugar levels within 30 minutes of the sugar load. That's unheard of. And get this, healthy blood sugar is only the tip of the iceberg with DBX13. Each participant taking DBX13 saw LDL, bad cholesterol, decrease by an average of 34%. Total cholesterol dropped by an average of 29%. Triglycerides fell by an average of 20%. And average weight loss was 9.3 pounds with no changes in eating or exercise. Imagine how good it would feel to drop nearly 10 pounds without depriving yourself of your favorite foods or sweating it out at the gym every day. The bottom line is this. If you or a loved one are at risk for diabetes, DBX13 could change your life, practically overnight. Not only could DBX13 take you from diabetic to normal in record time, it could also help you lose 10, 20, even 35 pounds. That's why I put all the details about DBX13 in HSI's Miracles from the Vault Anthology of Underground Cures. At more than 500 pages, Miracles from the Vault is packed from cover to cover with breakthrough natural cures, therapies that you and your loved ones can use to beat diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's, arthritis, and more. Please keep reading to get your free copy today. Full details are coming in just a moment. But first, here's a real life changer for anyone you know who suffers with arthritis. A new patent-pending formula is like joint replacement, but without surgery. In fact, it grows new joints naturally. Could this mean pain-free years added to your life? You know pain can suck the life right out of you, keeping you from enjoying activities like gardening, playing with your grandchildren, or even just walking up the stairs. To make matters worse, Arthritis pain is driving millions of Americans into the clutches of Big Pharma, causing unsuspecting folks to use dangerous, even deadly prescription drugs. Are you a victim? These drugs, known as non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, include Motrin, Bextra, Naproxen, Celebrex, and are number 5 on our list of the 7 most dangerous drugs. Why? The warning labels on these drugs say it all. Quote, NSAIDs may cause ulcers, bleeding, or holes in the stomach or intestine. These problems may develop at any time during treatment, may happen without warning symptoms, and may cause death, end quote. Thing is, NSAIDs do absolutely nothing to actually treat arthritis. They simply mask the pain while putting your life at risk. Of course, this is perfect for Big Pharma because once you start on the NSAID painkillers, you become a lifelong customer, forever in need of their dangerous medications. Fortunately, there is an alternative, an amazing alternative that could change your life, that not only relieves pain, but also helps fix the underlying cause of arthritis. Imagine springing out of bed in the morning, pain-free. Imagine going about your life, engaging in the activities you love, without taking a week or more to recover. The best part? This alternative works naturally to relieve arthritis pain without dangerous side effects. Let me explain. Arthritis involves the breakdown of joint cartilage. When the cartilage wears thin, your bones rub against each other, causing the pain, inflammation, and stiffness you feel. Now, thanks to a revolutionary product, you can now relieve arthritis pain by growing fresh cartilage. You can literally replace your old cartilage with new young cartilage, helping to buffer your bones and eliminate arthritis pain. Think of it. Every morning you'll feel better. Less pain, less stiffness. You'll literally feel like you've rolled back the clock 25 years. And the best part? You don't have to risk your health to do it. Amazing, but this science is not new. In fact, it originated back in the early 1960s when an orthopedic surgeon named Dr. Marshall Urist, the head of bone research at UCLA,